Running. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? My name is Kyle Meyer. If you don't know who I am, I wonder how you found me. I am here with Hakon Jorgensen. Hello, Hakon.
Hello.
Good to see you. I'm going to give us a clap for that. There you go. Look at that. Everybody can hear clapping. We can't.
Yeah.
But they are clapping for us. The whole 7 people who are here. I'm happy to have you guys here. The concept for this stream is simple. We are going to go head to head.
Yeah.
We are going to edit each other's photos.
Yes.
It's going to be a shit show.
Most likely.
I'm going to fuck up all of your photos. We have 2 photos from each. I have 2 photos. We're going to show you the photos in a second. First, let me introduce a little bit more about what's going on. Hakon and I just recorded a podcast.
Yeah.
So that podcast will hopefully come out in the next few days, if I can get my shit together. If not this weekend, then on Monday. That will be my video of the day. I usually release a video like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
3 days in a row. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. So on Monday, go check out that. For now, we are going head to head. I am going to reveal the photos now. We're going to go to this one. Look at that. First photo is going to be this. I can't, the camera, the microphone's
Yeah, me as well. It's just
way in my face. I can't see anything.
like this.
There we go. That might be better for me. That looks good?
I hope so. I hope they can hear.
I hope so too. Let us know if the sound is weird. Let us know
I'm
if the
looking at
sound
your
is off.
soundboard and it looks like it's good.
We're looking okay. Nice. Let's lower the music a little bit. Music's a little
Yeah,
bit.
there's music as well.
Yeah, there is music. We can't hear the music. It's not super loud, but at least it's helping out with some of the noise. We are on a song right now called Trust that is copyright free. And because it is copyright free, it is terrible. Roger says, yes, finally a Porsche. You know what, Roger? I agree with you. But this time I'm not editing. I will show you.
It's gonna be blue.
It's going to be, we're changing the color. Oh no. Oh no. There's a beautiful oak green Porsche 911 SC. It has
SE.
beige interior, beautiful tan, very, very pretty. Roger knows his Porsches. Roger has a Porsche 996 Turbo. It is a beast. It is black. And I've always wanted to shoot it. So Roger, come on, man. Help a brother out. Let's go out and let's shoot your car, the beast. So that is going to be the first photo. And then the second of my photos, we'll go 1-1. We'll go back and forth. The second of my photos is this one. If you've been on the stream, you have seen it before. It is a lovely little camping morning where we're cooking some breakfast. You can tell by the steam. First one of Hakon's photos. Would you like to introduce it?
It's nothing that much to talk about. It's just a portrait of 2 friends of mine. We shot it in early this year.
Before this whole COVID experience?
Before the COVID. Like kind of like look back and appreciate that we used to hug each other.
Those were the days. Those are the days. And then the second of Hakon's photos that I'm going to be editing is this one.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce it?
I want to see you do something fitness photos again, like fitness portraits.
Me too.
And this is, I think it's fun for people to see that this is the lighting, not just the editing.
This is a crazy lit photo.
So people think it's, because this is straight out of camera. This is raw. All the photos you've seen thus far is raw.
This is true. They are raw. They are raw, and I'm very curious to see what... Oh my God, I'm dying. I have mad hiccups. Very curious to see what they turn out to be. We will, afterwards, after we have edited each other's photos, we will show the way we had edited them already.
Yeah.
Roger says, yes, we need to do that for sure. Roger, this is up to you. I'm ready to go whenever. Just let me know. Hit me up. Let's make it happen. So we will see the before and after of how each other edited, and we will we'll work from there.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should have posted something on Instagram about this to let people know we're live. No, fuck it. If they don't know, they don't know. They'll see it later. This video will be up on YouTube afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll go from there. You are lost in my forest of greenery. There. How's that going for you?
I'm just excited that it's only like 8 to 10 people. I don't want it to be any more.
No. We need more. We need the more the merrier, right? We need the more the merrier. We need people to see this. So who wants to go first?
Actually, I think you should start.
I should go first. Which one should I start with?
You should start with that one, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, let's go to develop. Because we are in Lightroom. A little disclaimer real quick. I use Lightroom. I use You use Capture One.
I use Capture One, Capture 120, and Photoshop.
So here's the problem is I just upgraded my computer from a shitty 5-year-old MacBook Pro that was barely working anymore. And with that upgrade, Capture One got left behind.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I do not have Capture One.
That's a heavy miss because Capture One, I'm telling you, it's the better tool.
Are you comfortable editing on Lightroom?
Yes, I think it's the same sliders, but it's not that color accuracy that I want to have. But
wow, that's a massive diss to to Adobe.
yeah,
You're gonna call out Adobe like that?
yeah, actually, Photoshop is a great software, but
Wow.
Lightroom can use some work.
But you don't shoot. You like Capture One, but you don't shoot on Phase One.
No,
There's no carryover there for you.
the Phase One is too big and too like the focus is not good enough.
Oh my God, so much aggression towards so many random brands. You're
Yep.
never gonna get to work with these people.
Nope. I really don't care.
We're burning bridges. Speaking of burning bridges, let's see how much I can fuck up this photo.
Yeah, let's see.
So,
I'm excited.
first things first, let's see. Every lens has a little bit of inaccuracy.
Nope. No.
I'm going to see what happens when I click this button. Absolutely nothing.
There you see why I'm shooting on Fuji.
Doesn't recognize the lens. It doesn't know what it... Okay, so we're going from here. You know what? I'm okay with that because I like it. One of the first things I like doing is just playing around with the eyedropper and just see if Photoshop had its way, what would it do to the photo? So I'm going to choose a white sock here. Let's click that and see. It's a little bit colder. Now comes the decision. Does the photo become cold or warm? Do I like a warm photo better or do I like a cold photo better?
I saw this on your first stream. You were debating on the portraits if it should be warm or cold.
Yes. That was a portrait in snow.
Yeah,
And I made it warm because I had never done that before.
yeah,
But you know what? I kind of liked it.
yeah. Me
So
too.
I might stick with the warm.
Yeah.
I might stick with the warm.
Sure.
I'm trying not to read your expression too much because I
No,
don't want
no,
to
no.
copy the way you've already edited. So let's stick with the warm. But I don't want it to be too yellow. I kind of want to keep the tint up a little bit. Keep it a little bit warm, but like a more skin tone kind of warm. Something that's not just yellow because humans aren't yellow. So I'm going to keep it there. The skin retouching, I don't want to.
Oh,
I don't want to. If there's anything I'm going to do, I might remove some blemishes in Photoshop. But
yeah.
I don't want to go too hard because, one, I'm not good at it. I'm trash. When it comes to skin retouching, I'm bad. And two, I think it takes a lot of time. And I don't want to waste too much of these good people's time. Good people's time.
Yeah.
They're good people. So let's see what we can do. Let's play around. Let's try to flatten the photo out and see where we get from there. Let's try to save some of the highlights. We'll lift some of the exposures. You know what? That already fucks with their skin too much. Let's try to lift some of the shadows. And with that, we're getting a little bit too much detail, I think, up
These files
here.
are huge.
In
just
the,
saying.
they are, so I can really,
Yeah.
really fuck it. Ah, it's so flat, so boring. I like a lot of punch in the shadows. But you know what? I don't want so much punch in these shadows because I like some of the detail. I like the trash underneath them.
Yeah.
I like how much texture that adds to the photos. So I'm going to bring this back down because I know it's hitting their skin a little bit too much. I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to add already the first gradient from the top of the photo. You know what? I'm going to go shadows. I'm going to drop the shadows. I'm going to get a little bit more punch out of it. And let's try to hide some of this door up here. Let's let it not touch them too hard. And we'll hide some of the door. And we'll let that darkness sort of creep in from above. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This is really hard.
Yeah. it
There's a
is.
lot of pressure here. There's a lot of pressure.
I'm like, okay.
I'm editing photos in front of the man himself. The master. Oh man, when it comes to playing with the warmths, a lot of people don't realize that instead of changing the entire temperature of the photo, you can just go into the colors and kind of
Yeah.
play around there.
I really like that more.
So I'm just going to see what they're hitting. And you know what? The yellows aren't hitting the skin too much, so we can play with them.
It's true.
I'm going to make them a little bit more red, just to sort of bring everything back down into that kind of warm
Hitting the
area.
staircase more.
It is hitting the staircase quite a bit. And you know what? I'm okay with it. Because I like what it does here to the door. So I'm going to leave that down. And you know what? If you've seen the stream before, I'm a fan of even numbers.
Yeah.
20.
20.
The number 20, we're going to stick with that. So now let's see what happens when we play with the oranges. I assume the stairs are going to get hit. I assume the skin tones are going to get hit. And I assume a lot of the walls are going to get hit. And I was correct.
Yes.
So let's bump that all the way up. We'll turn it to this and we'll get...
But now you see
Done.
what the majority of the color is because of the warming up in in the what's it called in the first thing you did.
Yes.
You warmed up the photo,
Yes.
and then the oranges are getting like really hit
It's
everywhere.
It helps to sort of dramatize that and just move this around so you understand where the colors are in the photo.
Yes.
'Cause for example, a lot of the times when you're shooting trees or grass or something, Photoshop can read that as yellow and not as green. So a lot of people get sort of lost and they sort of forget that sometimes colors aren't what they appear to be.
No, you think they are.
Exactly.
But there's an underlying color there.
So let's do this. Let's not play with that too much because I think it affects the skin too much. If anything, we're going to lighten it a bit, just a little bit, because I like the way it hits the skin and brings the skin out on the models. And let's go from there. And I don't know if there's too much more I want to do at this stage before I bring it into Photoshop. I kind of want to leave it like that. And then in Photoshop, we're going to go in. And before we play too much with the colors, we're going to fix some of the imperfections.
Yeah.
So we'll hit Command E. And that's going to open Photoshop in the wrong computer, of course. The wrong monitor. And we'll drag that over to... Once it's
loading.
Bear with me. We're asking a lot of my computer. We have a lot of things plugged in right now, and it's breathing very heavy. Let's drag it to here. Let's go full screen here. Very small. We'll zoom in a bit. Okay, so now we'll go into, before we start playing with the colors, let's go into the imperfections. So one thing I said in the beginning, right off the top, is I want to play with some of the blemishes and get rid of a little bit of that in the skin. Now, did you mean to focus on the stairs and not on the faces? Was that on purpose?
Nope. That's the Fuji power.
Wow. Fantastic. No, it happens to the best of us. And I mean, you're only going to use it in a small format anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. This was like made for, you're not going to see this on a building. I hope. Or if it is, then...
If it's picked up later.
Hit me up.
Yeah, exactly. Send me the money you owe me. So let's play with that.
The first thing I see, it's cool. You don't use a backup layer. You go straight in.
Yeah, I've made that a thing. On the stream, I don't fuck around.
Oh yeah.
I'm here to win.
Okay. you're just digging right into it.
If I fuck up, it's a big commitment, right? I'm married to this photo, and because of that, we can't look backwards. So you know what? I'm gonna stick with that. I'm not gonna make a background layer.
That's okay.
So I'm gonna try to get rid of some of the sheen on their foreheads because I think there's a little bit too much. I think they're a little too sweaty. I'm guessing there wasn't too much makeup on shoot or on set, if any.
I don't think there was.
Because of that, I'm going to become the makeup guy. And we're going to go into the brush. We're going to go 20% opacity. We're going to make it just about as big as we need it. And we're going to grab something just near where I want to copy. And let's just sort of bring that back. Just a little bit. But as we're bringing it back, you want to blend it in a little bit more with the skin around it. And then we'll do the same for her. There's not so much on her, but we'll do just the same. Just to sort of... We can't see before and after because I didn't create a new layer. It's very exciting. So now the nose is a little bit of an issue for me. There's a lot of shine there, so let's do the same there. Now the nose is a little bit more pink, so we can't use the same color. We have to use another color from around the nose. Let's go there. Let's go there. And you can do the same with the bags around the eyes.
Yeah.
This is something that you can easily get addicted to, though.
But if you're doing that, I would highly recommend putting a new layer.
Exactly. But... we don't fuck around here, so... No, you know what? I don't want to play with it too much. I'm just going to keep it super modest. And I am going to keep it on the same layer because we're here to win. And I'm going to drop this down to...
You don't have to learn you anything. You just have to watch. Don't use the layers.
You have to suffer through me absolutely demolishing your photo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the stream, welcome. Happy to have you here. I am Kyle Meyer. I assume you knew that already. This is Hakon Jorgensen.
Yes, sir. That's me. I'm super awkward about this. I never done like a live stream, but
no.
I'm just excited to see how Kyle makes this photo.
The problem is I have too much energy.
Yeah.
This is when you get a microphone in front of me, I turn on a little too hard. I am editing his photo. He's going to be editing my photo. And right now, I think I'm keeping it rather modest. I hope I'm not disappointing too much.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to do any skin smoothing because I don't want to mess with that. I think it's too much. Realism is kind of cool. Yeah. Why not? It's hip, it's cool, it's clean. Let's just keep it that way. So right now we're here. We kept some of the detail underneath the stairs. I like that. One thing I will do to sort of accentuate the models a little bit, I don't want to do this too much because they are cool people and I think they have a really good look already. This time we'll create a new layer. You know what? I think now's the time. Command J, new layer, just in case I fuck
Thank
up
you.
massively.
Thank you.
And we're going to go to O, which is the set right now on the dodge tool. We're going to put it to burn. I think we're going to play a little bit with the shadows on their faces. And we'll try to darken some of the shadows to give it a little bit more contour, a little bit more emphasis.
Yeah.
Once again, we didn't have makeup, so today I'm the makeup man.
Kyle, the makeup artist.
We'll go to shadows and just see how that looks. Kyle, the makeup artist.
Hit him up.
Oh my God, please don't make me do that. And we're going to go to 20 because you know what? 21 just doesn't look right to me. Bring this up. Let's see if we can hit the cheeks a little bit first. Already that's doing a massive, massive change. So let's go a little bit softer. We have it set to shadows. Let's see what it looks like in midtones. We'll do midtones because in shadows it kind of fucks with the tone, the color tones of the... So midtones, we'll just go around the faces a little bit. Just sort of darken up the cheeks to try to bring out the bone structure a little bit. I'm not going to darken up the temples because I don't want that big of a forehead. I think you do that too much and it starts to pull the forehead out. And we'll darken up the chin just a little bit. Just a little bit. And now we can add a layer mask here. And we can try to bring back some of the parts that we accidentally hit. I'm going to do that just a little bit. We can bump up the exposure to 100% because we just want to save the chin here. Now this is very, you would say the word anal, I guess. Anal retentive. It's it's very anal of me.
When you edit this kind of photos, you're going with the pen and everything. You go like pretty detaily.
Yes.
So, but this, like, of course, we can't like sit here for 4 hours doing one photo. So
no, I'm gonna fall asleep. Yeah. I'm gonna put myself to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I hope the music isn't too distracting. It is shitty, I know. Sorry, but it's copyright.
There's no comments about it, so there's still people watching. So
this is good. This is good. This is what we need. Okay, so now I'm okay with that. I think that's cool. So now let's play with the colors a little bit. I want to warm it up.
Sure.
I want to warm it up. So what I'm gonna do. If you've seen this stream before, you know my favorite color in the world is dope ass brown. I call it that because it's dope. And brown comes from the ass. So we're going to stick with that.
Dope ass brown?
Dope ass brown. It's a good color. I'm just going to paint over the whole thing. Whole thing. And we'll go soft light blend. And I think that warms it up just a little bit too much. So we'll bring that back. We'll go to We'll go to 60. It's a round number. I like 60.
Yeah.
And we lost the faces a little bit. It kind of darkened everything a little bit too much. So what we'll do is we'll go back into this layer. We'll hit O and we'll go to the dodge tool. And then maybe not 50%. We'll go up to 35. And we'll just try to dodge their faces back a little bit. Just to sort of put a little bit more emphasis on them. So you're not getting lost in the photo when you're looking at it. I keep looking at Hakon for clues. I want to know. I want to know if he hates what I'm doing.
I'm not giving it away.
And from there, I think that might be enough. If anything, I'm going to bring out her shirt a little bit, but I might do that when we get back in the Lightroom. For now, I want to stick with this. And I like this. I'm going to give a little bit more direction to the color, or to the light, not the color. And I can tell from the shadows that the light is coming from this top corner.
It's really not. Okay.
Get out of here. No, where is it coming from? Straight above?
Straight behind me.
Really? Straight behind you?
It's kind of...
wow.
If you see the shadows underneath the chin.
Yeah.
It's elevated straight above me, like right on my head, down like this.
Wow. Interesting. See, these are things that I wouldn't pick up. I thought because the shadow was a little bit more directional, I thought maybe that's just the bounce is so hard off this wall.
It is. It's a big Profoto umbrella, large, with what's it called, with the softener.
Yeah, soft or
yeah, like
softener?
Like soft.
Yeah.
Something you pull over the umbrella to make.
Oh,
it
like a diffuser. A diffuser. Yeah.
Diffuser.
Okay.
Kind of.
Cool.
So it's kind of like a soft box, but the hot spot is going into the umbrella and back. That's why I don't get like the super hot spot in the forehead.
Interesting. See, these are things I don't notice. Let's okay. So here we go. Now I need to play because now I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I want to play and I want to see if things start to make sense after a while. You know what? Because I feel bad because you said it can't. Let's put it a little bit more in the middle. We're gonna do a radial filter, or radial blur. Stretch this a little bit more vertical because I don't want it to just hit in a perfect circle. I'm not a huge fan of perfection.
Would you like even numbers though?
I do like even numbers. There's something so satisfying. Let's see what this looks like in screen. I like that it adds a certain softness to the darks, to the shadows. What does it look like? Let's see, that adds too much color. That really fucks with the color a little bit too much. Same with color dodging. So I'm going to stick with screen. Stick with screen. The cool thing about Dope Ass Brown is because it matches the photo a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because we already added Dope Ass Brown as the soft light layer. I think it makes sense just to do it again. So let's pull this a little bit more into here. Now I think it hits the models too much. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to add the mask. And I'm going to mask them back out. And I will leave the opacity at 100% for now. Because why not? It's easier to see what I'm doing. I'm going to move this up to 70. I'm just going to bring the models back in. Now, this is hard because it's so easy for me to just accidentally go over like things in the background. And like if you accidentally slip, then suddenly you have that banana coming out of your head.
You will see that now. This is kind of like a flare coming from nowhere, though.
Coming from yeah, but it gives direction and it kind of emphasizes the direction.
Yeah.
I know it's coming from nowhere and I know it's a bit influencer-ish.
It's really Instagrammable.
But it's going to be very subtle at the end. I'm going to sort of dial it back once we get further into the editing. You know what? It's going to be easier if I just go over the whole thing. Just real quick. First, just bring out the models. We'll zoom out a little bit and we'll just go a little bit hasty on them. So they stand out a bit more. Stand out a bit more against the backdrop because we want the backdrop to be a little bit less prominent. I say we, I mean I. I'm guessing you're not on board with
I'm not on board.
with half of what I'm doing. But that's part of the fun. So the line around her hair is so shitty because this has become such a hasty process. I'm just going to try to fix that a little bit. And I'm leaving it at 100. It's not going to be at 100% at the end, the filter. But I'm leaving it at 100 because it's easier for me to see what I'm doing here with the masking. And I think for now, we're just going to have to call that good enough. Let's go back and save some of what we lost. Let's go here. We'll just sort of brush that back in with white. And I think we'll stick with that. So now let's drop this in opacity all the way down to maybe 30 before after. It just adds a bit of direction, a bit of softness, just so it pushes the models a little bit out, sort of pushes them into a foreground. We add sort of layers. And with that, I might not fuck around with it too much more than that. I might just leave it there. So I'm going to hit Command S, which saves it, and bring it back into Lightroom. I can feel how tense you are.
No, it's just like a couple of things that I know how I have done differently. It's not it's not that far away.
Oh really? Ooh, interesting. Okay, and now we're back. I'm gonna give it a 3 just to let us know that this is one that we want to keep. And you know what? I wonder if we should bring out some of the clothing a bit more because somehow the white looks like it's been left behind a bit. I'm a big fan of clean whites, of really sharp whites. So I'm just going to bump it up a little bit. I'm going to brush some of the white back in. Not too much, just a little bit. There's more you could have done with the eyes and stuff just to bring it out, but it's so easy to go overboard with that. Yeah. And they start to look like aliens after a while.
There's a technique to that.
I'm sure there is.
And to like not alienize the eyes, and sometimes I go overboard. I can see it like if I haven't looked at a photo in like 4 weeks, and then I look at it, and it's like, okay, I went way too hard on this one.
Yeah. And then let's go add just a little bit of vignetting. I hate to say it, just a little bit, and just see if we can force the viewer's eyes a little bit more into the center of the photo. We'll soften it up, make it as soft as possible. Before, after, not too much of a difference. We lost a little bit of that direction in the light, but I think it was a sacrifice worth making. And you know what? I might not do anything else. I might leave it there. I would play with the reds a little bit more and try to bring out like a punchiness in the stairs, but I don't want this to be too punchy of a photo. I kind of want it to focus on the models a little bit more. If anything, I think this face is a little bit brighter than this face, so I might try to save that a little bit. Not too much though, just because I'm scared of fucking it up. We'll just go right to here. Oof, oh my god, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells right now.
It's just a photo. It's okay. I have the original.
It's just a photo. Yeah, this is true. And I think I'm gonna stick with that.
Perfect.
I'm gonna stick with that.
I think it's cool.
Okay. Should we show the way you edited it
The way I did it.
now?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do this without me seeing the other one? Do you want to do that if you take them and put them onto my desktop?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna look.
But
You're gonna open up the file and put them onto my desktop. I won't look. I promise. Because I'm scared I'm gonna see the thumbnail for the next photo, and I don't want to ruin that. Just put it on my desktop, and then we'll look at it from there. Ooh, this is intense. This is nerve-wracking. I'm wondering how much I fucked this photo up. Yeah.
Here's the photo down there.
Okay. So let's close Photoshop. Thank you, Photoshop. You did your job. It's this one?
Yep.
We'll bring it here. And now we're going to open it full size. Wow. That's full size?
I just dragged it out.
Uh-oh.
Nope. Nope.
Wow, this is really
I
good.
didn't download it. Let's turn it away again.
Okay. Turning away. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. Fuck that one up. Entertain yourselves in the chat. Ooh, I'm still turned away.
Yeah, but it was the raw.
Whoa, very curious.
This is just the raw, so there's no problem for you to see.
Oh, okay.
These are the raws.
Oh, okay. You don't have the...
Where
I thought you put it into the Dropbox folder.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
it's here.
Okay. Some technical difficulties. Ladies and gentlemen, we put this together in a hurry.
No, it's the same, I think. Or is it?
It's just the rolls? Ooh, this is complicated. Talk to each other in the chat.
Direct download. There you go. It's in your downloads folder now.
It's in my downloads. Okay, so I'm going to bring it over to here. We'll throw this one away because it's useless. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Oh, went to the wrong one. That is your version of the photo. Damn.
It's different on your screen than mine, but there you go.
Damn. That's sick.
It's a bit darker,
It is a bit darker.
and I darkened the walls,
Yeah.
so I didn't emphasize anything on the walls. So when I darkened those,
Yeah.
you look more at the faces.
Ah.
But and the faces is of course retouched, but they're kind of different for you than me.
Let's make it bigger so we can see what's going on. This is interesting. That's very, very different.
Yeah, that's
So
surprisingly.
that was my editing. Wow, it looks like shit now.
No, it doesn't. But you open up the shadows a lot more.
Yeah, I did. I like the detail underneath the stairs of like the shovel and the trash.
Yeah.
That's dope. Damn, this is why you're the master. That's sick. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think in the chat.
It's so weird to look at it now because I feel like the highlights are so much more cyan than.
That is so interesting. This is fascinating. I love your edit so much more. Shit.
And I also did the hands because Layla's, the girl in the back, her
Yeah.
hands are pretty like red.
Yeah.
Because she was so cold.
Yeah.
So I tried to warm them up.
Yeah, I guess I can, whatever. But yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I thought, you know what? We don't have too much time. Interesting. Okay, so now you're up.
I'm going to take one of your photos.
Which one would you like to start with? We have two photos. We have the car, the Porsche 911 SC.
I think people want to see the Porsche.
People want to see the Porsche. All right, we're going to go
I
with
know
the
that
Porsche.
Roger want to see it, so if Roger still's here.
Roger, let us know. Are you excited for this one? Also, let us know what you would have done differently in the editing.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
That'd be cool to see what people would do differently. Like, this photo is so cool, like, just like this. Do you ever do anything about the license plates?
Roger says, that's why I'm here. Two different styles. Sorry, Kyle. The dark one is better. Damn it, Roger. Damn it, Roger.
Thank you, Roger.
Oh.
Okay,
So that's 1 point to you.
The one thing that I always do, like, I don't see, like, you know, the color temperature
Yes.
that you have. I
Yeah.
think this is cool. I think you shot this on auto or something.
This was shot on auto.
Yeah. So your camera did a decent job there, I think. Already.
Thank you very much. On behalf of my camera, thank you.
So I'm gonna see how it is to bump up the contrast a little bit. Like, and when I used to use Lightroom, I always went down because then I could bring it up in the curves or in the tone.
Yeah.
But in Capture One, I've been used to like doing like this. So I don't care about the numbers.
No, what's wrong with you?
So
the numbers are important. They need to be in zeros.
The thing is, I look at a photo and see if they need more.
Oh yeah, the art's so important. Roger says, "Hell yeah, this is already a cool photo." Roger, yes, my man. I appreciate it.
It's already a cool photo.
Thank you very much. It's a sick car. Does the job itself.
But as you see, I kind of like look around, see what I like. I know that I want that wall to be more, not that like blown out.
Yeah.
I want it down.
Okay.
The whites, I don't think they're doing that much. Like in Lightroom, it's doing so much more.
Yeah. When you go up with the whites, it really,
I'm not gonna
really crushes the photo.
I'm gonna I think that's cool. I don't want to do anything clarity, dehaze, whatever. So I always come back to this if like at the end of the edit or something. These are like the main levers or whatever you're gonna call it that you run around with.
Okay, so you flatten the photo a little. You add a little bit more punch in the contrast, and then you flatten it from there.
Yes. So I punch up with contrast just to get the edges and the highlights and the shadows a bit more like a punch to it. And same with like cars, you give the car a bit more punch.
Yeah.
Then you can flatten it afterwards. Okay. I know I can flatten it way down if I want to.
Yes.
But I'd stick like 20, I think.
20, nice, even.
Even numbers for Kyle. I'm not gonna do any colors just yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys, if this is all over the place because I'm not used to using Lightroom that much.
But that's why it's interesting. It's interesting to watch the process. It's interesting to see it happen. And I am interested because I want to know how different you look at a photo like this than I do. And hopefully that's why the people are here.
Yeah. I hope this is entertaining for you guys. I saw that I lost a couple of viewers because of
No.
But I'm gonna see because what's color on this? What was the name of the color?
The name of the color, I believe, and Roger, correct me if I'm wrong, is oak green. I think this is an oak green 911. Now Porsche has a lot of colors that are very slightly different hues from each other.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, some of them blend into each other, especially the blues. A lot of the blues in Porsche's colors, like Miami blue, Riviera blue, Oslo blue is one of them.
Okay.
There's so little difference between all those.
Okay.
So little. But
the thing is, I'm just doing this how I would like the car to look right now.
Yeah, no worries. That's why we're here.
I know that like this is probably the color of the car.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I like this color way more.
I like it too. See, that color I would call midnight green.
Midnight green, yeah. Okay.
Midnight green is the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles main color. So I love that color. Big fan.
I can see that.
Roger says, yes, oak green, I believe. Roger, are you an oak green fanatic? Like the rest of half of Porsche's fans? I love oak green. I think it's such a cool color. I love green in general. Anything green.
And the thing is, just to keep the green more interesting, I'm going to pull down the rims that are yellow.
Tom says, you need to talk a bit louder. Can't quite hear you through the wall. Through what wall?
Which wall?
What are you talking about? We're talking loud enough. We're almost peaking.
It's probably me because the mic was way ahead. Do you hear me, Tom?
Tom, let us know if things are a little bit better now.
Yeah.
If not, we will play with some of the sliders. Can't hear you through the wall. Damn, Tom. What wall?
Maybe he's across the wall.
Tom, are you
like
are you one of my
neighbor?
neighbors? He might be.
He might be.
He might be. If not, I apologize, Tom, for not remembering that. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this is a tool I don't play with very often, the split tone.
But the split tone in Capture One is quite different because then you have a color wheel. Here you find the wall behind you. Oh yeah, so you're next door. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Damn, Tom, badass. Good to have you here, man.
This is also a way to like cool the photo, like chill it down.
Yes.
You can do that much in shadows, I think, because I am gonna go back up and drag this. Up.
This is so interesting. This is so fascinating. I love this. The weird thing is I'm learning so much at the same time. It's like I spend hours with photos like this.
You do.
And like with photos like this, I'm so proud of the photo. I love everything about it, and I love the car so much. I'm so passionate that like I spend so much time, and I felt like I exhaust every single editing option when I edit a photo like this. I like go through it, so it's so interesting to see new things, like playing with the calibration.
The calibration is really underrated, I think.
I agree.
This is where like the camera, where if you have a raw file like this, the calibration is where like the raw sucks in like a sponge, sucks in the colors and everything.
So calibration is something that should be on the top of everyone's list.
Yeah, you shouldn't miss it at least. It should be like, you should go through it and see. I'm gonna see. It's so long since I used this, but I really like.
Once again, Hakon is a Capture One editor. I am a Lightroom editor, and I am forcing him to edit on Lightroom because I need the handicap.
I want to see. I haven't zoomed in on this photo yet, but
the one thing that's unfortunate is there's a lot of reflections.
Yeah,
on the side
I'm
of the car.
not gonna go like in because usually I would go in and
patch them out
and patch this out and like smoothen this out. I would even do the license plate, like remove the whole plate.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. It's not that important.
But yeah, I would like to put this in Photoshop now, I think.
So yeah, Command E.
Command E.
And then it should open on this screen, and you just have to
drag it over.
But you should before you should swap desktops here.
Okay, you can do that.
Just,
oh yeah, like that.
Yeah, and then just drag it over, put it on there, go full screen, and get at it. Oh, I'm so excited about this.
So the first thing I do is Command J.
Ah, you're a pussy. Edit on the only. Come on, give yourself only one layer. It's more fun.
The one layer is all I need. I'm gonna go J.
Yeah.
But
the patch tool.
You are doing that patch tool. I'm gonna go this one.
Ah, okay.
Because I like to know what I'm healing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like, this is this is what I want to go over this one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and just
clone stamping.
Clone stamp. Like, it's kind of like clone, but it heals it more.
Yeah.
So this is just, I can do this for days, just cleaning up, because this is the small things that makes and breaks a lot of good photos.
Yes, the distractions.
When I see a like super great color graded, super awesome photos, and they're not done like handled with the details,
yeah,
it pisses me off. Like they could be so great, the photo, but they didn't like fix the small things.
I agree.
I'm not gonna do that much now, but you can sit with this for like hours.
Oh yeah, especially on a wall like this. I mean, the wall has so many distractions.
I do like the texture though, so I'm not gonna do that much. But if there's like something that was
like this, it looks like a pigeon shat right in the middle of the wall.
Probably
I would do the same. Yeah, but screw it.
Yeah, it's more like this.
The cigarette butts and everything that's not meant to be there.
This you do on portraits as well, like environmental portraits. If they're sitting there, there's something happening, and you can't really just remove all the gum on the street or whatever. Just do it in post. It's so quick and easy.
Do you actually spend time removing gum on streets when you're shooting?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Sometimes you have to.
What is wrong with you? Just get on your hands and knees and you pick it up?
No, not on shoots, but afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not on shoots, no.
I thought you said.
But
I thought you meant when you don't have time to pick it up on the shoot, you just go do it in Photoshop.
Like that. That's bigger things, but
ooh, that's some scratched up paint.
That's some scratch paint, yeah.
He's got to take a little bit more care. He's got to get a softer cleaning rag.
Or not take it in the washer.
You're gonna
wash by hand.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna be doing all, you're gonna be spending a lot of time getting rid of scratches.
I'm not gonna do all this, but there is tools that can make this pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'm not that great of Photoshop dude, to be honest. I just like to. I usually go into Photoshop to do clean stuff up like this.
Yeah.
But I also do.
This is what I was curious about, because cars with all the reflections, it is so demanding when you're using the patch tool.
But you also have what I like to do is make two. What's it called? Curves.
Yeah.
And I make the one. What's it called? It's darken.
Okay.
And I make the other one lighten.
Okay. This is interesting.
And then I group them together. So it's easy to see. But now I don't remember which one was one. So I'm going to go on brush.
I think 2 was lighten. 1 was darken.
Okay, I'm going to see. Where did you...
The opacity?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do like this. You have to command
invert them.
Backspace. And then fill in with the whites.
Okay, so now you're brushing them back in, basically.
Yeah. So white on this. Where's the opacity?
Right up there. You had it.
I'm just gonna
Going
see.
to 100.
I'm just gonna see if it makes a difference there now.
Not a huge difference.
It doesn't, because I have to make that. Yeah,
there we
you
go. Look at this.
So that's the light
Ooh.
one. I usually rename them. And I do have like an action for this. Like you can
Yeah.
download an action or whatever, and
You just press a few buttons and it just slaps it in there.
it's easy.
Yeah.
So,
It's something I used to have, but I told you my Photoshop broke the other day, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and it wouldn't let me type anything. So I sent a message to Adobe customer service, and they got on my computer via their computer, and I just watched them go through everything.
Yeah.
It took them 40 minutes before they realized that it's just fucked.
Ah.
They said this is an unknown problem and we're gonna start working on it. But for now, just dial it back or like regress back to 2019 Photoshop. There's a bright scratch right under the closest headlight. Ooh. Right there.
There, yeah.
Yeah, he hit something.
And that-
Oh, what happened? What did you do?
Thing is, we can go on this healing brush.
Oh, Ooh, see, this is where it gets risky. How did he fuck up? Did he hit a wall?
This I would just, since it's like that, I'll do the brush tool and darken it down.
You don't need to worry about that though.
But yeah, I would. If this was going on a poster, I would
Yes.
clean this up for sure.
That was a good spot, Tom.
Yeah, that was really good.
How did he? That's so painful to look at. That poor car. I have so much love for Porsches, especially old air-cooled Porsches. So to see somebody treat it like that, come on.
Who owns this one? Is it a friend of you?
Yes, this is a friend of mine. I'm not so sure he wants his name out.
Oh.
Because I posted some photos from the shoot on Instagram, and he didn't want to be tagged.
Okay.
So
That's fair
I will
enough.
leave him anonymous, but I am very jealous because this is one of the most beautiful SCs that I have ever seen. I love that color combination with the gold Fuchs, the rims, and the oak green paint. I think there's nothing more beautiful than that combination. It's very racing.
It's very racing. It's cool. It's got like the, some guys like the body kit that goes.
Yeah,
out.
super wide.
Yeah. This could like have that and look cool.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a turbo look.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
on the wides back or on the turbos back in the day, they had the wider wheel arches and they had the big wing. And if you add that to a normal SC, you're kind of faking it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're kind of faking it. This is car talk with Hakon and
Yeah.
Kyle. We're talking Porsches today.
Like, if you see now, it didn't make like that much difference. If you see on the ground, it's just small
yeah.
stuff, and the car is just
That made a pretty big difference.
dodge and burning it up.
Yeah, but you give it a little bit more emphasis on the highlights.
Yeah, I
It
like
has-
the light that's coming here,
Yeah,
and I would like work more on that and clean up the car, of course.
yeah, and try to extend the light in places where it doesn't reach and
Yeah,
stuff.
like all these small
Yeah.
reflections. I would use a polarizer if I was Kyle.
Ideally, I did use a polarizer.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, on this one, but it was heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was heavy. That's why you can see through the windows.
Yeah, that's true.
Ideally, I would have just hung a black blanket
On the
over all
side
that.
here, yeah.
But this was like with your Instagram shoots.
Yeah,
This was just a spur of
Pretty
the moment
quick.
thing.
but it's cool with the light and everything.
Yeah, no extra lights. I didn't want to fill in too much. I just wanted the story to be natural.
So the last thing I will actually do on this, where's your tools?
Where are my tools? This is a good question. Adjustments? Maybe?
There you go.
Yeah.
And I like to go to this color range, or
Ah.
yes, it is. Go to shadows. I like kind of blue, but not much, like +1 on each.
+1.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. It doesn't take much, does it? It really changes a lot.
Then in the highlights, you're
Mhm.
gonna see the line and
Yeah.
the paint. It's gonna be affected by the cyan.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the wall as well.
Yeah, the wall is gonna get hit by the worm.
Yes. Wow. This is fascinating. This is fascinating.
And I end with the midtones.
Okay.
So the midtones.
Why would you end? Why do you start with
Because
the
you see
extremes?
the midtones in this photo
Yeah.
is doing the most work.
Yes.
So you don't want to like do too much and too little of it.
Okay. This is interesting. Oh my God, this is fascinating. Everybody in the chat, let me know what you think about the edit. What would you have done differently? Where would you go from here? What do you think about the car? What do you think about the photo? Whoa!
And again,
Oh, it
for
looks
me,
so
it's-
good, black and white.
Yeah, less is more for me, man.
Yeah.
Soft light. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this, but
I'm very curious about where this is going. Oh, I'm so curious. God, it looked so good in black and white. I might have to revisit this photo. Might have to go back after this.
so this is what we started with.
Yep.
This is the straight out of Lightroom, and this
Absolutely.
is color
Wow.
adjustments and stuff.
Beautiful. It's a lot warmer. I like it. And the
Yeah.
shadows are a little bit more emphasized with the cooler colors.
So I'm
I
good
really
there,
dig
man.
it. I really dig it. So we'll hit Command S.
Save it.
That'll save it back into Lightroom. And then we will exit out of Photoshop and open up that desktop.
So good to see a photo saving so quick.
Yeah.
Doing the Fuji files.
Yeah, because you're
takes
used to
a while.
massive,
Yeah.
massive files.
Takes a while.
So we're back here. We'll hit 3. And let's see the true before and after. This is the photo roll. This is the photo
that's
straight
the
out.
raw. Okay.
And then this is what you did to it.
Yeah.
It's not too much. It's pretty modest.
It's not too much.
It's very clean. It's very clean and very sharp. I really like it.
Again, I would like change the license plate.
Yes, try to keep it anonymous and keep it cleaner.
Yeah, and the paint.
Yes,
That's
clean up
pretty
some of
much the only thing I would do.
So now, let's see what I did to the photo. Stream 2. We're going to bring back all of this detail. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please.
Drum roll. There it is. Holy
There.
Shit.
That is what I did to
Oh, that's cool. I see that you worked more on it.
a lot colder. Yes, a little bit more work.
Yeah.
I had more time.
But you didn't remove the one thing that I'm staring at right now.
The cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's part of the story, right?
Yeah.
Cigarettes are cool. People
Yeah.
love smokers. They're cool. They're
If there
hip.
was a guy, or like a girl or whatever, holding out with a cigarette in her hand. I can
Yes.
see that, but
Yeah. I was lazy. I was lazy.
It's okay.
I didn't go through. I didn't get rid of any of the spots that you got rid of. I didn't get rid of the crash marks.
No.
I kept it pretty raw. I just changed the colors. So your photo, once again, your edit of my photo.
No, but now that I'm looking at it, it's like,
My photo.
it's so cool because it's contrasty. It's more contrasty, the ones that you have.
Do you remember what you did with the green?
Yeah.
In that you made it more blue?
Yeah. You did even more.
I did even more.
That's Porta 400 colors.
Hakon 1, Kyle 1. Yes,
Oh.
Roger, the ref, has spoken. He has spoken. I have won this round.
I hope so. I would hope so.
Okay, we'll move on to the second photo.
Yeah.
Second photo from Hakon that I'm going to be editing is this one.
This one.
Whoa.
Now I'm going to try out.
Oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be really hard. I'm not so sure what to do with this.
Nope.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, let me know what you would do so I can cheat off of your responses because I need some inspiration. Oh my God. Okay. First of all, when you use a bunch of gels and change the color of flashes and stuff, it is hard to know exactly what is bright in the photo.
Yeah.
So one of the first things I like to do is to send it into black and white and just assess how bright is each part of the photo.
Yeah.
And if I was a real asshole, I would just edit the photo in black and white.
Yeah. But you're not allowed to.
Damn it. Okay, so I know the color here on the side of her face, I don't remember what that was. The color here on the front of her face is a little bit darker than that. So the rim light is a little bit brighter, which fitness photo, it makes sense,
Fitness photo.
right?
And to make that effect, you have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, how did you shoot this photo?
I shot it on 1/30th of a second with 2 flashes, one main light that was gelled into an umbrella again with a cyan color, and the one bare bulb to the right side
Yeah.
with a red gel,
Okay.
and it was set to like 1/6 the power.
Okay.
Like so the main light that's hitting her in the front is the main light, and on the side is just hitting to make that effect on the side. It's the side
okay.
light. And then you have to drag your camera. So
Yes.
I'm physically shooting, dragging the camera.
Okay. So you have the flash burst, and then you just have like a trail of some exposure.
Yeah.
Left after that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's not a composition. This is shot in camera.
This is in camera.
Huh. Oh my god.
This is raw.
Oh my god. What am I gonna do?
Slap a preset on.
Yeah. So let's see what kind of presets we got. No. Wait a minute.
That'd be actually funny.
Are any of my presets still here?
Vesco filter or something.
All of my presets are gone anyway. I don't know where they went. Okay, I gotta figure that out. 'Cause that's gonna fuck me pretty hard.
Need that for the weddings.
Oh my god, weddings! You know, I've never shot a wedding in my life. Never shot a wedding.
Oof.
I hate it. I would never want to subject myself to something like that.
It's scary.
Is it as scary as everybody says?
Yeah.
Huh? You know what? I don't believe.
I think it's scary.
I believe it's easier than what you think.
Oh.
I think it's so easy that I'm not gonna waste my time with it. First things first, I'm gonna brighten it a bit because it is kind of a dark photo.
Yeah.
And I want a little bit more focus on the highlights. So I'm going to brighten it a little bit. What happens if we play with the highlights? What's hit? Mostly the walls behind her. I kind of like that it adds a bit more contrast, so I might leave the highlights up a little bit. I was scared it was going to hit the bear bulb on the side of her face, but I don't think it hits too hard. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm a little bit comfortable with that. Shadows. When we bring up the shadows, we end up getting a lot of detail here in the stairs and the sky, and I don't like that too much. But I like the detail in the bike, the assault bike. So I'm going to leave them up a little bit.
That sometimes you usually would go in and just draw in that part.
Yeah.
In Photoshop.
Very easy way to do it. It's just radial filter.
Yeah.
Let's go exposure. Let's go shadows. And just sort of hit it real quick with one of these. And you know what? I might leave it like that. Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Full send. What happens when I play with the temperature here? We go colder. I like that.
Cool.
Oh my god, I like that. Okay. You go warmer. Sorry, I'm like choking on my own spit. You talk for this long. We've been going for about an hour now. You talk for this long, you start to like, and we did an hour-long podcast before this.
I was just thinking.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we plugged it in the podcast, but let's plug it here. Or we did record a podcast for about an hour before this. That's going to come out on Monday. Hopefully. Monday is what we're aiming for. So check that out when it comes out. For now, I'm going to bring this back to 0 just to remember where we were. I'm going to make it colder because I like the coldness. Why not? And what happens if we add some green and some purple? It changes the photo entirely.
That's the cool thing about gels, though.
Yes.
You can really change it afterwards.
And I know you used the gels for a specific purpose in those colors because you were a fan of those colors.
Yeah.
And those colors suited the moment. But I'm going to fuck it up.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I'm going to leave it this color because you know what? I like it. It's cotton candy, right? It's bubble gum. It's
The only
fun.
reason that the colors were what they were was for the can that you see on the bottom there.
Okay, because the can is more accurate when you have these colors?
Yeah, the can has those colors in the text.
Okay.
So for this shoot, for them,
yes,
it was supposed to like have these colors and stuff.
It adds commercial value.
Yeah, so that's the only reason for that. That you're doing this, I think that's cool. It's cool.
Okay. I'm going to change some of the oranges because the oranges, this is the problem with knowing how photos are taken. You know a little bit too much. And I think the oranges tell a bit too much of the story of the overhead lighting. Am I right to assume that the overhead lighting is what created? It was turned off.
Yes. So that's what's
hard. One of the things I'm learning today is I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. What happens if we just sort of change them? We blend it. We make it a little bit more of the cotton candy vibe. I think this is a little bit too much. I'm just going to lower the saturation a little bit. And I might lift up the luminance just a bit to 20, and we'll go to 70 here. Let's see what that looks like. Just to sort of give it that not so distracting vibe. Morton says, looks badass colder, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yes, Morton is on my side.
Yeah, but I agree. I think it's cool.
I'm so excited to see how you edited this. I'm so curious about this. Okay, so from here, I like the purples. I'm not going to touch that. I think they're pretty badass. I like everything about it. I think the exposure is pretty good. I might fuck up the exposure a little bit later, so I'm going to compensate for that now by lifting it a little bit more than what I'm... Yeah, a little, maybe 80. Let's go to 80. 80 is a good number. Let's stick with that. This was shot on the medium format camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not going to recognize the lens anyway. The lens, whatever.
GFX 50.
Okay.
No, 63, 2.8.
When it comes to the coldness, what if we just sort of bring this in a little bit? What if we play with the highlights? That's, I think, hitting our skin a little bit too hard, so let's be a little bit careful with that. What if we add warmth to the shadows? It fucks it up. I don't like it.
That was the quickest edit decision I've ever seen.
Immediately. Let's immediately call an audible on that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so before, after, massive change so far.
Massive change.
Oh, when I change this much, I feel so nervous about.
But Morten loves it, and I think it's cool. So
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Calm down. We're doing good so far. Let's leave it there. Let's go into Photoshop. We're gonna hit Command E, and we're gonna go into Photoshop. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like it's like a minefield that I'm walking through.
it's like a workout for you now.
Yeah, like I'm so stressed. I'm gonna fuck it up. Let's pull it here. Let's go full screen.
Full send.
Here we go. Full screen, full send. As always. Let's get it there. Oh my god.
This photo should be sharp though.
Okay, so let's
like the last one.
So if you follow me on stream, I am an addict for adding color here. And my second favorite color of all time is cold blue steel. Cold blue steel
You
is
should make like a preset with all these.
it's just a color. You can just screenshot this and then use the drop tool and just save the color.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you have that. Let's paint the whole thing. Why not? We're getting frisky. Let's soft light blend that back in. That is super strong. Let's tone it back a little bit. Just to 50. Remember, if it ends in a 0, it's worth my time. I like that. I like that it adds a little bit more punch to the photo. It adds a little bit more green, a little bit more drama. I like a lot of contrast to my photos.
Yeah.
I like punch and I like aggression to the photo.
You do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that we learned very fast when we started shooting together.
Yeah. Sunsets and colors.
Exactly. Sunsets and colors. For commercial purposes, I would bring back some of the, you know what, let's just do it. I'm going to go into here. I'm not creating a second layer because I'm not a bitch. I edit straight from the background because I'm confident. And you know what? I'm going to hit the highlights with some dodging.
This is also interesting that you're using the dodge tool instead of dodging like a dodge and burn technique.
No, see, fuck technique. I don't have time for that.
If
I'm here to blast
because
through this photo.
If Nako says the blast is too bright and you're like, sorry, I have to redo the whole photo.
I said, who's the photographer here?
Who's the photographer?
I said, are you just the client and I'm the creative? These are the things I send to my clients.
And
in
then
email.
you get fired.
I've lost a lot of clients. So I'm going to leave it there. I don't want it to be too much, but I want it to be a little bit more obvious than, say, like the assault on the bike.
Yeah.
Because assault isn't the goal here. And if it was a lot more time, I might get rid of the word assault.
Yeah.
And just sort of clean it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the word assault needs to be there.
CrossFitters love it.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
As CrossFitters. It's a no-co shot, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the same technique to the bra. I'm just going to go over here. Maybe a little bit less this time, so it's not so obvious. Ooh, that doesn't end in a 0. Let's go to 20. And we'll just brush that back in. So you don't notice it, but
It's there.
you kind of do. Yeah. I'm not going to clean up any skin. I don't want to worry about that. I'm too lazy. Far too lazy. I'm going to leave the rings because the rings are cool. I think in terms of the sheen on the face, like the brightness and the reflections, something in me kind of wants to pull them out and make them a little bit more obvious.
I'm going to give you a cheat on that, and that is it's added. Like we sprayed them
Yeah, okay.
to get that.
So the goal was for it to be there.
Yeah.
So I'm not offending anybody.
Nope.
I'm just kind of encouraging. So same technique.
Same technique.
I'm going in with the highlights. You know what? That highlights a little bit too much more of her face. See, I could play with this and try to get it perfect. I forgot English there for a sec. But let's just go in like this. Just a little bit. We'll touch just a little bit where the sweat hits. I don't want to do it too much to the purples because I think the purples or the pinks are already super strong.
Kind of blown.
Yes, and I like that. I think that's cool. But let's just sort of emphasize the fact that she's sweating. If we highlight the top part of the abs and we darken the bottom part of the abs, we give her stronger abs.
Yeah.
I know this because I take selfies and I desperately want abs.
You do that.
But you do need abs to start with, and I don't have it. So for me, it's a lost cause. But let's do a little bit. Let's do a little bit. And you know what? We're going to go into the burn. Ooh, see, this is where it gets risky. Let's not do it too much because we don't want her to look like Arnold. As much as we all want to look like Arnold.
As much as she probably would like that. Bettina is a really cool girl as well. She's a badass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Then hopefully we're doing her justice. Let's go to...
I think the colors are cool, man.
That's good. That's good. We're going for like Miami Vice kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Oh. So shadows weren't the play there.
No, I think
Maybe
it's the
50
mid-tones.
Let's go mid-tones, so let's go 20%. We almost got a little too much abs.
That's better.
Let's just a little. We don't want too much. We don't want it too obvious.
You don't want it to look dirty as well. Like
Yes.
like patchy or anything.
Yes. This is something that I think is underrated.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can do a little bit to the cheeks to sort of emphasize the bone structure. Just a little. Just a little. Maybe to this little section of the arm. See, this is when you wish I had a second layer. Because now it's going to overflow into this area here.
Yep.
But let's just do a little bit. And that sort of pulls out the bicep a little bit. Bicep and the tricep. And these are key. If you want to look jacked, you need biceps and triceps.
Shadow the biceps.
So we're shadowing the biceps.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? This is cool. Do we want to add direction to the light? Do we want to make it maybe not with a purple, because I think the purple can easily bring out the shadows too much. And I kind of want this part of the photo shadowed because I think this detail is so unimpressive. It's not necessary.
It's kind of what's the message with the photo as well, because this is of course like a branded photo.
Yes.
So you don't want like the focus to be anywhere else.
Yes.
But since this is like for you to edit, you shouldn't like think about this as a branded photo.
Yes. Yeah. For me, it's a little bit more fun if I just.
This is not a commercial.
There's
photo
no
for
weight
you.
to it.
No.
Yeah. So let's fuck it up. Let's fuck it up. Let's go ham. Let's go a little bit crazy. Let's stick with the cold blue steel. Let's add a little bit of a gradient there. Let's make it stretch in so it kind of touches her a little bit. Let's try color dodge.
I'm starting to think that the people like this more than mine now.
Yes. Now we're talking.
I know that Roger is gonna say it. He likes this more.
That means we need Morton to go on your side so we can even out. Let's go a little bit here. So it's very subtle. It's not super bright. We'll go down to 80, but it adds direction to the light and it kind of emphasizes.
Cool.
It tells more of a story as to where the light's coming from. And you know what? Command save. Let's save it. I could go in. There's a lot of footprints that probably don't need to be there. I could go in and patch those out, but it's a gym or a basement. I don't know what it is. It looks.
Gym. Yeah.
It's CrossFit gyms. They look like someone's basement.
Gamle Bin CrossFit.
Ah, okay.
Shout out.
Well, shout out.
Shout out Gamle Bin.
No.
No free branding.
No CrossFit. Not on my channel. And you know what? I might leave it there. I'm not even going to add the vignetting. I would add usually just a bit just to kind of push the eyes in. But I don't want to. I want to leave it clean.
Yeah.
And I might leave it there. So we're going to give it a 3. Let's go check out the before and after. So before, this was it. Ooh, I really changed the colors.
You really changed the colors.
I really changed.
And I really like it. That's the thing. I think it's really cool how you made it. Like for me, commercially, how the photo was taken with the gels and everything, it is what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
But the edit, like the freestyle edit you did now, I think that's so cool. So much brighter.
A little bit more punchy, a little bit more Instagram friendly, if you will.
Yeah. This will get likes. I would say this will get likes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please like the stream if you agree.
I think it's cool.
Okay.
Now we can go into my into the Dropbox link because now we've seen everything.
Yes, now I have seen everything. So let's exit out of Photoshop. We'll get out of there.
That looks pretty cool, man.
Where is I appreciate that. Where is that Dropbox link? That was here, edited.
Yep.
Let's go. Click download, direct download. Try not to look at it.
I won't see it on that screen either way.
Down here.
And then over.
Pull it over here. I don't know why I pulled it into there first. And then we'll go full screen with this. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is Hakon's final edit of the photo. Oh, you made the color work, though. That is the original color.
And then you see the... I'm going to take this. The thing that I did.
Yeah.
Can you like... How do you like move the hand?
This is a good question. V maybe? I don't know.
I did the skin retouch
Yeah.
that Kyle didn't do, and I
You
cleaned
did
up the
add more
back.
sheen, yeah.
And I didn't care much about this.
No.
Like for me, it was a bit of the can,
Yeah.
not that much as well, because you have the branding here,
Yeah.
and I kept the colors.
It might have been too distracting if you did a little bit too. Because I see what you mean. In mine, there's a lot of lines.
Yeah.
It's very messy down here.
And you opened the shadows more than I did because we wanted to be. The whole shoe was pretty dramatic,
Yes.
so we kept it like pretty dark. But I think that looks better. Your edit.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, hit us up with your verdict. I want to know, how are we doing? Wow, I really like yours. Shit. It's so hard to choose. One thing you did that I think is kind of interesting is you uniformed all the color on the ground.
Yeah.
So the ground was all one color. And maybe it wasn't the original?
I think it wasn't.
I see. In the original, you get a very strong direction from this color. And this side is a lot more yellow, a lot more orangish. And in yours, everything is more uniform.
Yep.
And I like that.
Keep it to 3 colors.
I like that a lot. I like that. I think that's so clean. Damn, interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
This was because I thought it was cool to give you like a photo that was you don't really know how
complicated.
Yeah, a complicated photo.
Super complicated.
Because the complicated part about this is I give Kyle a 1. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I think it's cool.
Tor. Oh my God.
It's more likable.
You know what's interesting? That's 3 different judges.
Yeah.
That's 3 different judges. And we got 3 very honest verdicts. I appreciate that. Tor gives me the win. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you an applause. I'm giving me an applause. You can hear it. I can't hear it. But Roger likes them both. Ooh, we have a second judge. Roger, no, the verdict has already been put in.
Kyle won that one.
If you end up voting for Hakon, it doesn't count. So let's go really quick back through the ones we've already edited.
Yeah.
This is where we started. This is your photo.
This is my photo.
This is my edit of your
This
photo.
is your edit of my photo.
My edit of your photo. And the original edit was...
It's going to open there.
It always opens there. Was this one. So this is your edit of the same photo. And I lost. pretty dramatically. That is a great one. Mine is a little too bubblegumish. It's a little too fruity. I'm a big fan of this one. Okay.
I can see that in the month of January, February, my style was pretty dark.
It changes a lot, right? It changes with the season.
It's the mood.
And then comes your edit of my photo of a Porsche 911 SC. Beautiful car. Fantastic. In my version, which was this. And we'll go bigger. Big difference.
I really like my edit, man.
I really like your edit too.
I would put that on.
But I also really like
I
mine.
really like your edit as well. That's the thing.
Damn, it's so tough. It's so interesting. Not that it's a competition, but it's fun to compete. Why not? So now we have one more photo left.
One more photo.
It is my photo.
I feel like it's a hard photo.
And you're going to be editing. You gave me a hard one for the last one.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the photo. This is the photo.
This is going to be hard.
This was shot with no extra lights. This is as it was. It was.
How much is the dynamic range in the Sonys now? Okay.
we learned that very fast.
That's cool.
So
yeah, I'm just gonna dive into it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes,
I'm hard. Like
get in there.
Kyle has been doing this for a week now. I'm just like when I do this by myself, I'm like listening to music or a podcast. I'm just grinding to and
they're listening to music.
Yeah,
and this is the podcast.
Yeah, that's true. But
So just imagine.
I hope you guys are editing at the same time as we are right now.
I have thought if I'm gonna do editing streams, I've thought about putting like a download link in the description.
Yeah, you should.
So people can download and edit with me.
They could have our photos now and join us and see what the sliders do.
I think that would be fun. I want to do it. Let me know what you guys think. If you're in the chat, please let me know what you think of that idea. Okay. Whoa, I was wondering where the photo went for a sec.
If you hold in Alt,
yeah,
and you check the blacks, you can see it sets to reset tone and everything. It changes. You can check if you're blowing out the highlights.
Whoa.
Or not.
You're a genius.
I don't even use Lightroom, and I know this.
You're a genius.
Same with the blacks.
I rarely even use Lightroom. I only use it like every other day. You're a genius. I don't know these things.
Same with the blacks. If you see you blow the blacks.
Yeah, you see, I just sort of look at the photo.
That's the thing. That's the difference between, or you shoot a lot of commercial as well.
Yes.
But in like a commercial world, you want to have the details in what
Of
you're
course.
selling.
Of course.
So tools like this to see if it's blown out or not,
Yes.
or if it's dark or too light. Yeah,
This is key. Right now, he
This
is
is key.
holding Alt
I'm holding
as
Alt.
he is moving the sliders.
Yeah, so I'm going back and forth holding Alt, and then I release.
Fantastic.
Release.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I think
Aha.
base is good for now.
Yes.
I would like, because you see eyedroppers, I never kind of use it, so
No,
I
me
go
neither.
I go by eye, but I know that Kyle is like this guy, and I want to go this way.
You
But-
have seen full disclosure. I think you have seen the edit of this one. already.
I've seen, but I've seen it like the weeks after you shot it as well.
Okay. Because I posted this on Instagram already.
Yeah,
Yeah. Both of these photos.
yeah. The car photo I didn't see it, or I liked it. I
okay.
think actually.
Okay. Either way, it's interesting, and I don't think that's going to weigh on you too much.
No.
I think you're going to stick to your laurels. I think this is.
But I'm
a
gonna
good-
edit like how I enjoy the photo that I'm holding in front of me. But the thing is, you see the snow. I like it pretty blue,
Yes.
but I like the photo to be warm.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna change that, but I'm gonna keep the photo warm, and I'm gonna fix that later.
Interesting.
Because
Interesting. Okay, I like this.
let's see,
It's so much fun. Oh my god, it's so much fun. It's like building a roller coaster and watching someone ride it.
yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's snowing outside.
Oh,
What the fuck? It's April. It's April. It was like in February. It was like 10 degrees. Now it's snowing.
people, you have
Are you kidding me?
to tell us.
What the hell?
We should be out shooting.
Yeah, we should be out shooting.
Yeah.
No. Screw it. Winter is over. Winter is over.
Bring the live stream.
Take it. I can move the camera. I can put it outside, but that's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And sorry guys, it's not gonna happen. If you live in Oslo, look out your window. It is snowing right now.
Like
It was sunny earlier today. It was raining earlier today.
on the rooftops are getting white.
That's insane. That's ridiculous.
See, as I'm doing back with the split toning, Kyle.
I'm very interested in this because split tone. I never do split toning. I rarely touch that tool. God, this is fascinating. This is so interesting.
So weird working in this application, but it works. I'm gonna do this because it works on you.
Yes.
Because
It is interesting that you do that after having done all the color in the.
yes,
the
because
tone
I
correction.
did see when I was tweaking with the highlights and everything
Yes.
that you have like barrel distortion, or
Yes.
there's some barrel distortion in the lens.
This is an 85 millimeter f1.4.
Yes.
So shooting at f1.4, you leave yourself kind of victim to that.
yeah. So you have to, at least if you don't have these two, the chromatic aberration, that's one thing, but
Yes.
the profile correction, you fix it yourself by in doing the distortion stuff.
Yes.
But they usually have the lens here.
Yeah. Lightroom knows a lot.
Yeah.
Lightroom is a lot smarter than you.
It's pretty smart. It's pretty smart.
It's a lot smarter than I am. I know that much.
I do like this to be warm because it's a sunset. No,
It is a sunrise
it's a sunrise.
because the sun is coming from the left side.
On the
of
left side, yeah. I was
and
just
that
looking at it.
implies that it's a sunrise.
But the thing also is that it's pretty cold in the snow,
Yes.
which means it's a kind of a blue hour morning.
Yes.
And
It was very cold that morning.
yeah,
Very cold. And in fact, Eir said it was going to be very cloudy.
okay.
And all the weather apps were saying, don't go outside. It's not worth it. So we were considering not even going out for this. And when we got up there, we hiked up to the spot. It wasn't that big of a hike. It was like 20 minutes or so. We saw that the clouds weren't coming in as fast as they should be. And the whole sky turned pink.
We did.
And from that moment, we were like, we got to hurry up and get this tent up because when the sun gets up, it's going to be dope. And I got like thousands of photos from the moment the sun was just under the horizon to way above. It was crazy. Super, super fun morning. Crazy. It's one of those things that just surprises you when it happens.
I'm just going to, because I want to add that to the story that this is a morning,
Yes.
because you don't really know unless you know.
Yes, it's very warm.
Yeah.
And the highlights are very warm.
Yeah, they're really warm, and they are in the morning, but the shadows in the morning are really blue.
Yes.
It's the
They should
different.
feel blue.
Yeah, and
I agree. I totally agree.
And sunset, everything is like warming up, so then you can like go away with shooting at the 7,000 of
Yeah.
of the Kelvin.
Yeah.
Do you kind of want this? You have
Tor-
a question?
Thor says, did Kyle just try to say ear? You know what? I did. And I'm proud of it.
Ir?
Did you just try to type English? How about that, huh? I'm very proud of it, Tor. I'm butchering your name, too. How do you pronounce Tor's last name? Veem. Tor Veem?
Vem?
That's a badass last name.
Or
I'm very jealous of that.
Vem?
I had a guy in the stream the other day named Roar. Roar is the coolest name.
Roar?
Yeah, like a lion's roar.
What?
Yeah, Roar. That's so badass. That's such a Viking name. That's so rad. I wish my parents were that smart.
Smart.
Name me something like Roar. That's cool. So if you switch to here,
Yeah.
he is now opening it in Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen, and we drag it over, and then we just go full screen with that. We are now in Photoshop. We have left
And like
the comfort of Lightroom.
Like every man should do, or women for that.
No.
Also, Command J to
Don't
get
listen
a new
to him.
layer.
No, you're a pussy. You're a pussy. You're giving yourself an escape plan.
You need a layer.
We don't need an escape plan. There is no exit strategy. Did George W. Bush teach you nothing? We go in, we never leave.
Never leave.
Thor says, just change your name, dude. You could be a Roar Moore. And you know what?
He might
There is
do it.
nothing more Viking than the name Roar Moore. That is so badass. That is, do you know anybody named Roar Moore or has the last name Moore? What was that first? Was that a footprint? I missed that.
It was a bush.
It was a bush. Ah, okay. Interesting.
But the chromatic aberration in the snow is kind of messing
It's
us
heavy.
up.
It's heavy. It was shot at f1.4. So
Yeah.
you're going to get a lot of that.
So, Command J again. I'm going to actually see if this works better.
I see. I trust the patch tool with my life.
You see, I don't do that, but
You're going to get a bit of a weirdness on this left
Yeah.
edge. But you can just keep going and just try new things.
I'm going to... Is this the healing? Yeah.
The patch tool is so tricky. It's so tough.
This is
Spot heal.
in like Photoshop and everything. Adobe, this is the best tool that they ever made.
Oh, yeah. It astounds me how smart the replacement tool is. And Photoshop just updated in the 2020 version that now has an auto selection for subjects.
Yeah, I've seen that.
How insane is that?
Yeah,
You click one button. If you're shooting a car and it's on a clean enough background, you click one button and it highlights the whole car.
it's insane.
And you can create whatever you want from that. It feels like cheating.
Yeah, but
'Cause
it kind of is.
Back in the day, if you're editing cars and you wanted to mask it, you had to go in and pen tool the whole thing out,
Yeah.
which is a pain in the ass.
We should do that on portraits as well, with hair and stuff.
Oh,
now you have
God.
refined edge with the hair.
If I have to do that in a portrait, I send it to somewhere in like Bangladesh and
Yeah,
just
that's easy.
give them $1 and they do it for you.
Easier.
It takes 24 hours. You get the photo back. You pay $1, and then it's as good as you're gonna do it. Way better, probably. Saves you hours of work. Little hot tip.
Hot tip this evening.
But be careful because they are ruthless. Once they get your business once, they will not stop contacting
They
you
will
until
send
you
you
come back.
emails every single day.
Emails. I've gotten phone calls. Just, hey, how are you doing?
They will call your family. They will.
Your son used our services. We want him back. The weirdest thing is I get like calls from competitors as well.
Yeah, me too.
And they'll be like, hey, we heard you have a lot of work. Like, how did you get my number? Did you just steal it from your competitor?
Or the competitor is the same company.
Yeah. Exactly. Just like a million different names.
I'm just brightening up this tent because this is the product.
Yeah. You're thinking like a commercial photographer.
I always do. I'm
There he
sorry
is.
about that. Too.
He's got the commercial hat on.
Everyone that wants me to shoot more fine art and stuff, I'm sorry. I'm
No.
always thinking about stuff like this when I'm shooting.
This art is just fine for us.
It's not fine art, it's just fine.
Never let perfection get in the way of good enough. This is the key here.
And even the skis, I know they sell.
There you
Okay.
go. Interesting. Brightening the skis.
Yeah.
Making the skis a key component of the story.
Yeah, because they wasn't getting any attention when you set up the skis.
No. And the skis are there for a reason, because the skis are acting as poles to hold the tent into the ground.
Yeah.
They're not just hanging out. It's not just a place to store them. They're there for a reason.
And you don't want to do this too much because you can easily dial this back.
Yes. Because you've created a pussy layer.
Yeah. No, I'm creating 2 actually.
Oh my God, he's cheating.
I do want
Ladies
this
and
smoke
gentlemen,
to
he's
be more.
cheating. And he's at opacity 38% when he could have just gone to 40.
Exactly.
And it would have been an even beautiful number, but no, we're at 38%. This is interesting. Okay, we got a very warm photo. This is looking very good. I am on board with what's happening right now. We are highlighting the snow.
Just a little bit because it's giving it the way that you use the flares.
Yes.
I like to use that with the brushes.
Aha.
So I give it some direction sometimes, like this. I don't want it to blown out even more.
No, because it is, by nature, this photo is going to be blown out. It's impossible to shoot it
Yeah.
unless you have flashes and
We're not gonna
caring.
like hide it.
No.
That's the thing. We're not gonna try to.
no.
I'm just gonna look at the tent. I think that's cool.
I can't stop staring outside. It's snowing like
Really
crazy.
snowing.
Snowing like crazy right now. This is so fascinating. In February, I was in shorts working out outside, and now I need to get my skis out again. Okay, here we go. Now we're playing with some of the colors.
Yeah, I usually do this last when I'm in Photoshop because this is the layer you usually push back.
Yes. Okay, look at this. This is where it gets really interesting. You're changing the entire feel of the photo right now.
Yeah.
Aha, difficult decisions too.
Yeah, I want to go like blue hourish on the
Yeah?
snow, but the highlights keep them really warm.
Interesting. Okay. I am inspired. I'm learning so much. This is so interesting. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, let us know how you think it's going. What would you do better?
Yeah,
What would you do different? How do you think we could better this photo? If we had more time, what would you recommend? Maybe get rid of one of the trees? Get rid of some of the skis? What would you do? Let us know. Look at that. It's cool as a black and white photo too.
Everything's cool in black and white.
It is cool. Black and white's so easy.
Yeah,
It's just a cheat. It's such a cheat.
I was looking for. I do have it Norwegian for myself, so I have to do it like that.
Oh yeah, you don't have this in English.
No,
Okay.
I want to, but and then the thing about creating the graded map to contrast
Yes.
is that it takes a lot of the color out,
Yeah.
as you see down here, especially.
Yeah.
It like suffocates it.
Yeah, it darkens a little bit and you get rid of some of that.
Yeah. So, of course it does. Oh, not of course, but since it does that, I'm gonna do a bit more in the highlights.
Okay.
Keep it warm.
God, it's fascinating. I'm like enthralled. I'm finding it so hard to keep the conversation going. I just want to watch. Just want to watch. I want to be on the others. I want to be in the chat. Speaking of the chat, how's it going in there, guys? How are you doing? Roger, you still with us? Tor, Morton, let us know how it's going. If you're new to the stream, put a message in the chat. Let me know you're here, and let's keep the conversation rolling. Let's
Save?
keep it going. Yep, Command S.
Yeah.
Then we go back into Lightroom.
Like this.
Yeah, it will pop up here in 2 seconds.
Now you take over
Okay.
again. I'm just gonna be.
I am now at the helm of the ship. Look at me. I am the captain now.
I am the captain.
And we'll give it a 3 to remember that we liked it.
Yeah.
So, I do like it. It is phenomenally similar to my photo.
It is.
It is very similar. It's very close, and I'm very excited to show you
I
what my
don't
photo
have
looks like.
like your the colors and how you shot it in my head right now. So.
Roger says, I am still here taking notes.
Oh.
He is stealing your techniques.
That's cool. I
You
don't.
gotta pay for that. No, I'm
I'm
joking.
not. I'm not doing that much Photoshop myself anymore. So no.
yeah. You outsource a lot of
I'm
your work now.
outsourcing now.
But it's fascinating. I really like it. I think it's beautiful.
you.
Let's go. Let's look at the original. So, this is the before. It's come a long way.
This is the raw.
It's come a long way. This is the raw. This is as it was shot. This is if I opened up my eyes and I was in the moment, this is what I saw.
Yep.
But this is how we remembered it.
Yep.
And my God, that's beautiful. I really like that. I really dig it. I think that's fantastic. So,
I like it. You should say Hail Sport on the side of the tent, but
overbrand everything. Just way too much branding. Okay, I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to go to here. How dark are we? A little bit dark? Nah, it looks fine. Everybody can see us, right? We are in focus, more or less.
Started snowing, so then.
Yeah, I got a little bit. You know what? Let's turn up the shutter speed. Turn down the shutter speed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to fix it for your viewing pleasure. I know we have been neglecting you. Let's do that. There we go. That's perfect. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so this was your photo.
Yeah.
Let me figure out how to use a computer real quick. I don't know why I do this, but it's part of the fun. We'll bring this over here. Now we'll open it. Ta-da! This is how I edited the photo.
It's actually really close.
That is very close.
I like your more because you have the contrast in the sky as well.
That is very close. That is very... One thing I did do, and I can see now, is I completely fucked up the clouds here.
Yeah, you pushed it up there, but you kept it on the right side.
Completely fucked up the clouds.
Then again, I tend to clean up things that I look at straight away. Like you see the grass sticking up.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing. It's natural that it's there, but...
The fun thing is, when I edit this on stream, so I can show you, I edited this photo on stream as well.
Yeah.
And I think I did it very similar, but relatively different. So that was...
This is a cool photo, man.
It's not the same photo, but it's the same kind of vibe, and I did it very different. It's much more modest. I think it's a little bit closer to something you did because you get a darker darks, a little bit more punch. But yours... Ooh, we're going to have to wait for somebody to speak up and become the judge. Right now, it is 2-1 for Kyle. Who won this round? You know what? Oh my God, they're so close.
They're super close.
One thing I did that I think is pretty obvious is I dropped some of the tone curve, so the blues became a little bit more yellow, at least in the highlights. This versus this. I like that yours is cleaner. One of the stories I wanted to tell with that is that it was warm in the sky and that it was morning. So we thought in very similar terms.
You kind of want to make it natural, but fake it natural.
Fake it natural.
If that makes sense. I like doing that as well.
Roger says 2-2. That's a rematch. Wow.
I think the only thing that if I would say it for myself that I win about is just the details. Because if he was going to use...
Oh, everybody's thinking rematch. Tor says rematch. Roger says rematch. I accidentally pressed the button.
But the only thing, is if this was going on a poster, if this was going on like a billboard or in the stores, they want to have text on the left side.
Yes.
So there wouldn't be more distractions, like the small...
I would get rid of all the little... I don't know why I left it.
It's just small things that doesn't need to be there.
I don't know how many photos that day to edit, like 150, and this was like the 100.
That's what I sent to your client. How many photos do you want? Give me 5 of your best, and I give you 5.
I always promise that, but I always end up with like 100 photos. I'm like, there you go, take them. But wow, okay, so let's go through them. Let's go through them and see what happened. We started with this.
Yeah.
This is the raw. Oops, that is not the raw. I gotta go back into develop. This is the raw. There.
This is the raw.
This is what it looked like straight out of the camera.
Yep.
This was my edit. This is your photo. This is my edit. Very big difference. Your version was this here. Massive difference. Massive difference. You took the win.
Took the win on that one.
You took the win on that one. I think we both agree on that. Easily. Easily. Okay. The second photo, which was yours to edit.
It's the car.
The car.
Yep.
This photo. This was it in raw. Right here. Roger says, liked the cooler tones in the snow on Hakon's edit, and there is something fishy in the sky on Kyle's. You see, we mentioned that, yes, the sky, I did overdo the sky quite a bit.
Yeah, it's more stylistic, the ones that Kyle made, I think. And that's just a preference in how we edit. Because I kept the sky blue because the white balance was pretty accurate.
You also end up getting in like a rhythm when it comes to editing, and I became so addicted to certain habits.
But you can see it in the skies that you usually edit as well. You keep the sky darker, or you pull it down.
I add mad gradients in the sky. Yeah,
I never do that. So
I like adding.
That's the difference.
Yes. Yeah. So this was the raw version. This was your edit.
Yep.
Beautiful, fantastic. I really like it.
Again, easy.
And then this was my version. Whoa!
This is the photo you want to hang on the wall.
This is the poster car.
If I was you and I was gonna sell this, fix those on the details on the street,
trash.
and then the on the wall, the white there.
Yeah, the pigeon shit.
Yeah,
or whatever
that's the only thing I would change.
I agree. Otherwise, beautiful car, beautiful photo. So the next one, you gave me to edit. This was my edit.
Yep.
And this is the raw.
This is the raw.
This is where things got a little bit dramatic.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that you went that way.
We changed a lot. We got a little happy-go-lucky on this one. So this was my edit. And your edit. The pro. The man himself, Hakon Jorgensen. This is your edit.
Yep.
Commercial. Shot for the colors of the can.
Yep.
Edited for the colors of the can, and it looks dope.
Thank you.
It looks dope.
But I do like this. This is more a likable photo, if you know what I mean.
This is a more likable Instagrammy photo.
Pull the shadows a bit down, and then I'll be like, this is better, much better.
I agree. Fantastic. Oh, interesting. And then the final photos, ladies and gentlemen. You were there. You saw it happen. This is the raw. Right here. This is Hakon's edit of my photo.
Yep.
And my photo, my edit.
It's the exact same.
This is very similar. It's very similar. I'm grabbing random. This is, wow. They're so similar.
And I've seen the photo before, but I didn't like recognize that was that close.
Fantastic. We were so close.
Yeah. It's cool.
So let's go into OBS. Let's open up full screen. Let's get ourselves back in here. What do you think?
It was fun.
How do you think it went? That was fun.
It was really fun.
It was very different. It's not at all what I expected it to.
It was like, it's hard to edit other people's photos.
It's scary. It's really
because
scary.
you don't want to like hurt their feelings. But me and you have been friends for a long time as well. We like, you couldn't say anything that hurt me in the photo.
No,
and I know what I do. So and you know what you do. So
like you said, we still have the Ross.
Yeah.
We still have the.
I'm
Ross.
not sending that one to the client, but
no,
I think it's still a cool photo. Like
that was fun. That was fun. I want to do more of this. I had a really good time. I think everybody in the chat had a good time. Let me know what you guys thought of this. And on that, that's an hour and a half. That's an hour and 40 minutes. That was a big stream. Let's call it there. I think a rematch is in the books.
A rematch has to happen.
I think
we just need to find the files to do that.
Next time we go harder. Next time we go harder.
We edit way harder.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining the stream. Once again, before we recorded this, we recorded a podcast. That's going to be out on Monday. You'll get to see it. It's an hour-long podcast, a chat about photography. It's going to be dope. Henrik, glad you would like to see more. Happy to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Hakon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can find him, Hakon Jorgensen, on Instagram. HakonJorgensen.com. Find him anywhere else you want. He's out there. Do you have a YouTube page?
Yeah, actually. Hakon Jorgensen as well.
Hakon Jorgensen. Easy enough. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to end the stream. I will see you later. Peace.
Bye.